retail as a recruiter. And so basically, we've been busy recruiting thousands of people to go back and work on cruise ships. As you can imagine, there was this big break. So a lot of people went off and did other things. And so when the cruise ships went back to normal, we needed to recruit new staff. So at the moment, recruiting for cruise ships is extremely busy. So if you're out there and you're looking to work on a cruise ship, now is the time to apply. There are lots of jobs, and every single department is recruiting. Every single cruise line is recruiting. We're looking for new talent all the time. So if you're out there and you're watching this, then definitely get in touch, because we can definitely help you put together that winning CV and help you get that interview and get on board cruise ships. So I have a special guest joining me today. She's not here right now. I'm not sure if she's able to make it, but it's Fabiana Estrela, and she works for Castaway Agency, and they're one of the biggest cruise ship agencies in the world. We've been working with Fabiana and her team for quite some time. But if you're watching, if you're just tuning in, I can see there's quite a few people joining us now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Give us a thumbs up and let us know that you're connected and you can see us okay, you can hear us okay. I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I washed my hair and everything because I've just been sitting behind the screen just like interviewing people. So we're really glad that you're here. So we used to do these cruise shop save videos every week, every Friday at 7 o'clock, especially through the lockdown when everyone was not cruising. So we thought we'd bring you that touch of cruising to your life. And then I got busy because I went back to Harding Retail, which is okay, thanks, Joan. Good to see you. Oh my God, Joan, how are you? Do you want to jump on a cruise ship, Joan? You're a cruiser. But yeah, we've been quite busy, and then it's starting to calm down a little bit now at Harding. So what I do, let me just scroll back and just explain. So before the lockdown, I used to run. Okay, good. She's cool. Before the lockdown, I used to run an onshore shopping program for Harding Retail. So what I used to do is help people shop ashore. We provide maps and coupons, and it was so much fun. And then, of course, the lockdown came. Oh, of course. Yes. You were a singer on ships. Yes. Oh, I love it. I always wished I was a singer on ships, but sadly I can't sing. So let me put these up here now. So yeah, there we go. Here's Joan. What ships did you work on? Yeah, I remember this conversation. We've had this conversation. See, I'm getting older and I drink way too much wine, so my memory is really crap at the moment. So then I went back to Harding's and started working in the recruitment department, recruiting, and genuinely we've recruited so many people to come back to work on cruise ships, which has been really cool. And I've learned a lot. And actually what this video is all about is to help people, because I see a lot of people applying for jobs making quite a few mistakes. So what we're going to do now is just go through 5 steps to nailing that job on cruise ships. And step number 1 is decide what job it is that you want to apply for. Yes. Oh, yes, you are on Britannis. Yes, I think you're friends with my other friend. Oh my God, my brain's gone at the moment. I am actually a little bit nervous because I haven't done a live in a really long time. Brilliant. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Joan. Thanks for watching, and lovely to see you back. So we've got 5 things to help you get a job on cruise ships, because I've seen Joyce. That's it, Joyce. I need to contact her. I haven't been in touch with the Frenches. There are 5 things, and they're really simple things that I think a lot of people can do to help themselves when they're looking for a job on ships. So number 1 is to decide which position you're looking for, because a lot of the times I get people applying to work in retail on a cruise ship, and it says at the top of their CV, beauty therapist or photographer, or looking for a job as port shopping guide or something. It's not the job that you're going to. And I know what it's like, because I've had to look for jobs before in the past myself. And you've got the CV, and you've spent a lot of time putting the CV together, and it's no mean feat. But what you do need to do is just edit it slightly, because you've definitely got a skill set. If you have that skill set to work in retail, a lot of people worked in retail when they were at college or at university. So you need to make that shine. You need to make that experience shine. So that's rule number one. Please make your CV and your cover letter all about the job that you're applying for. So if you're applying to be a photographer on a cruise ship, make your CV a little bit, and especially your cover letter, about applying for a photo job. All right. It's not copy and paste, because it's just a little bit disingenuous. And so when a recruiter is hiring someone for a specific job, a specific role, they're looking for that skill set. So that's number one. It's kind of a little bit off-putting when I see that. Okay. So rule number two is your CV. Now, so many times I see someone who I can see that they're really good. They've got the experience that we're looking for, but they just haven't put together the right type of CV. And the big thing for me, and it actually really is my big bugbear, the highest thing on the top of my list that really irritates me when we get a really good candidate applying for a job with us, is the dates of your employment. Now, I get it. You might have worked for about 10, 15 years. And can I remember the month that I started my first job? Probably not. No, I can't. But your last three positions, do try and search in your calendar, in your diary, or ask some of your ex-work colleagues, what was the month that you started, the month and the year that you started the job, and the month and the year that you left the job. It's really important that you have this information. If it just says you started in 2018 and you finished in 2019, well, you might have started the 31st of December 2018 and finished the 1st of January 2019. So you see what I mean? You need to put the months, because it's really important. We have a very strict criteria for candidates, and we need to see that you've got a minimum of 1 year retail experience. We can look at candidates that have got 6 months retail experience, as long as they've got some customer service. And this is my criteria, this is our company's criteria, and I'm pretty sure other companies and other departments, and Fabiana was supposed to be here to help me, but she's busy recruiting, I think, other people. So she was going to help me with some of those other positions, because Fabiana actually, let me get her details up here so you can see. This is the agency that we work, one of the agencies that we work with, which is Castaway, and they hire for many positions on cruise ships. So if you head over to their website, you can see all the positions that they recruit for. Okay, so it's way.com. So if you want to go over to their website, you can have a look at all the positions. But they are an agency that very much recruit for different departments, whereas I just recruit for retail on cruise ships. So I can only speak about my experience with retail, but Fabiana, maybe she can come next week. Maybe we can get Fabiana on for you next week. Oh, thanks, Sophie. Good to see you. Hi, Sophie. So Sophie is also a business partner as well. She works in recruitment. So thanks, Sophie. Thanks for that tip there. Lovely. So what else was I saying? So yes, make sure your CV is really put together. Check it as well for spelling mistakes. It has to be in English. It always amazes me when people speak a second language, when English is not their first language. And I take my hat off to each and every candidate who can speak English fluently. I can't speak a second language at all. And I'm really respect people that take time out and study, because I've tried to learn French, I tried to learn Spanish, but I just don't have the concentration. Oh, thanks, Liz. Thank you. I'd washed my hair, did my hair and everything. Normally on a Friday night, I'm in my gym jams drinking a glass of wine, which is what I'm going to do. In fact, I've got my pajama bottoms on right now, so it's an easy change. So what was I saying? So yes, so I always admire people who speak English as a second language, but it is a criteria for many positions on board cruise ship. If you're front of house, if you're going to be dealing with the public and working on a cruise ship, you definitely need to have a good command of English. Not perfect, does not need to be perfect. For me, anyway, when I'm interviewing someone where English isn't their first language, all I want to know is that we can converse. So if you're not understanding my questions, you're not able to answer my questions clearly, then I think that there's maybe a little bit of a disconnect. Okay, Myra is here. So if you have got any questions, do pop it in the chat. Myra is on LinkedIn. So thank you. You've already applied by the website. Okay, is that Harding Retail or is that Castaway? And which position have you applied for? We can certainly pick that up and get back to you. Thank you, Myra. Good luck as well. How exciting. Um, but yeah, so if you know that your English isn't great, then just go away and practice a little bit more. You don't necessarily need to be able to write English. It depends on the role that you're going for. Okay, but you do need to be able to converse. And we are aware that when you go on a cruise ship, your English will most certainly improve. When you work on a cruise ship, you're working with so many people from different nationalities. And so the language that everybody needs to use is actually English. Okay. And actually, I think sometimes on ships, you're not really allowed to speak in your local language in front of guests because it makes them feel a little bit alienated and they're not sure what you're saying. So I do interview a lot of people. In fact, I interviewed someone today from Mexico, really nice guy. Definitely got the job. I wonder if he's watching. Um, so his English was very good. It wasn't excellent, but he could understand what I was saying and he could we could converse. But he did say, I said, why do you want to go work on a cruise ship? And he said lots of things, but one of the things he really mentioned was that he wanted to improve his English, which is amazing. So when you do at least one contract on a cruise ship, you have to speak English every day. So you're going to speak to people in the team that are from different countries that also speak English and they've got different accents. So your English will definitely improve when you work on a cruise ship. But your English needs to be of a good standard so that you can get through your interview. Okay. So always, I've got a little bit, a few more bits of advice as well. So if you've got any questions, just pop them in the chat and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. This is going to be quite short because Fabiana's not here, so I'm going to run out of things to say in a minute. So please ask your questions if you've got any. I can address them. So always be patient, persistent, and polite. I just made that up. PPP. Be patient, persistent, and polite. So when you're applying for a job on cruise ships, the volume is immense. So the recruitment team and the agencies all over the world, they have to deal with massive amount of applications. We get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applicants every single week. And we work very hard. We work as hard as we possibly can, and a lot of us are working overtime. That's why I haven't done one of these videos in a really long time. So you need to be patient, but you can be persistent, not annoying, but persistent. Oh, hi, Roberto. Oh my God, Roberto's here. Roberto is from one of our agent partners as well. So it's so good to see you. Roberto recruits the most people in the world and he never stops, and he's here in my chat. Thanks. If you've got any questions, Roberta, let me know. Any of your candidates want to know something about getting a job on cruise ships, please ask the question. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you for everything that you do for us. You're amazing. Mwah. Yes, what was I saying? Be patient, persistent, and polite. So patient. So when you put your application in, you need to give us a couple of weeks to get through the candidates and get back to you. It's about 3 weeks. I would say try not to follow up until 2 to 3 weeks because that's how long it takes us to get through the volume. So it might be that you have fallen to the bottom of the pile and we're not quite getting to you. We are dealing with hot people being on holiday. This is winter. People are, this is people on our team that actually vet all the applicants and the CVs that come in. So do give us time. So wait 2 to 3 weeks. If it gets to 3 weeks and you still haven't heard from us, then you can follow up. So us, for example, Hardin Retail, we've got a recruitment email address. It's recruitment@hardinretail.com. So just drop us an email. very politely say, hi, my name is Senso. I'm very eager to work on cruise ships. So be really polite in your email as well. I sometimes get emails with nothing in them, or I just get one line saying, haven't heard from you. And I'm like, what? Oh, why? What did you do? I don't know why you're saying that. So just write a very nice email and just say what it is that you're emailing us about. Attach your CV again, and just also maybe highlight your experience in the body of the CV as well, and help us out there. If we still don't get back to you, wait another couple of weeks and then just do it again. Just keep doing it. So that's patient, persistent, and always be polite, and you will get noticed. Okay. But we are dealing with a huge amount of volume at the moment. So if you also want a little bit more help as well, if you go over to, I did put another banner in place, but I didn't. So if you go over to the website, Cruise Shop Save, it's down there at the bottom. This is the website I put together in the lockdown because I wasn't doing anything. And the latest blog is about how to write a winning CV. So just go ahead and head over to that blog. And there's several free templates for you to use. Many times we get CVs that are just really difficult to understand and really difficult to read. So there's 10 templates, 10 templates. They're all very short. Some of them are a bit more elaborate than others, but do go over to this blog, the latest blog, okay, on Cruise Shop Save. And if you just scroll down to the bottom, you can read everything that I've just spoken about just now, the 5 tips to getting a job on cruise ships. And just there's all your templates. So they're all totally free. You can just go ahead and use those templates. So whatever you do, just follow those 5 steps that are in that blog, and you should do very, very well. Okay. So we do have a criteria. I'll just repeat that one more time. For Harding Retail, you do need to have a minimum of 1 year experience. I will say at the moment, we're very much looking for watch and jewelry specialists. So if you are a fine jewelry specialist or a premium watch specialist, so you're already working in a Swiss watch brand boutique, so you're selling Breitlings and Rolex and um, Tag Heuers and Megas, then definitely, and you're interested in a career working on cruise ships, we're very much interested in meeting you. Okay. Also, if you sell fine jewelry, so if you sell precious gemstones such as diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, rubies, brands, if you're working in a brand boutique, high-end brand boutique, we are very, very much interested in speaking to you. Harding Retail is growing at the moment. We're expanding every single month. We're launching a new ship this month called the P&O Arvia. Is it Arvia? Yes. Oh my God, it's been a long week. Um, and next year we're launching more new ships as well. So we are looking to expand. Another position that we are looking for is managers and assistant managers. If you've got shipboard experience, we're very much looking forward to speaking to you. So do head over to the Harding Retail website, or you can put a message in the comments below. But I've really enjoyed speaking to you. I'm so sorry that Fabiana couldn't make it. She's very, very busy recruiting at the moment. But I hope to be back with you next week, and hopefully Fabiana can come on and give us some more tips about the different departments on cruise ships. She can give us some interesting facts about working in entertainment, in food and beverage department, and so on. Whatever you do, have a wonderful weekend. And if you're interested in working on a cruise ship, pop a comment below. This has been wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I've really enjoyed chatting with you. And thank you so much, everybody, for your comments. Have a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye. Bye.